What if you could predict the next accident before it happens? Sounds impossible, right? Well, what if I told you there's a simple tool that helps you do exactly that by breaking down risks into something you can actually see and control? Today we're talking about the risk assessment matrix and how to use it to make smarter, safer decisions every single day. You'll want to stay for this one because we're going over why it matters, how to use it, and what comes next. All right, let's get started. So what is a risk assessment matrix? At its core, it's a visual tool, usually a grid that helps you evaluate and prioritize risks based on two key factors. Number one, how something is likely to happen. And number two, how bad it would be if it did. Think of it like a map for danger. It helps you pinpoint what needs attention at this current point. Most matrices use color coding to make things simple, such as green meaning low risk, or yellow meaning medium risk, red meaning high risk, and black, which isn't seen often but does mean a critical risk. The goal? That's to quickly identify what could cause serious harm and act on it. Now, why does this matter? Here's the truth. Hazards are everywhere, but not all risks need the same attention. Some can wait while others need immediate action. A risk matrix helps you stop guessing and start prioritizing. Now that we understand what it is, let's break down how to use the matrix step by step. Step 1. Identify potential risks. List all potential risks relevant to the project, situation, or work area. Step 2. Assess the likelihood. Evaluate the probability of each risk occurring and categorize them as either low, medium, or high. Step 3. Assess the severity. Evaluate the potential consequence of each risk if it were to occur and categorize them as either low, medium, or high. Step 4. Plot on the matrix. Place each risk on the matrix based on its likelihood and severity. And lastly, Step 5. Assign risk categories. Categorize risks based on their positions on the matrix, low, medium, or high. It's important to know that some matrices use a low, medium, high category or numerical category, such as 1 through 5. At this point, you understand what a risk assessment matrix is and how to use it. So, what comes next? Once you've mapped it out, this is where it really matters. Focus on the highest risk first. Put controls in place to reduce the chances of the risk happening or how severe it could be. If the risk cannot be eliminated, create detailed plans that outline response actions. Make sure to continuously review and update the matrix as risks and conditions constantly change. When you break risks down into likelihood and severity, something powerful happens. You stop reacting and start preventing. The risk assessment matrix gives you a clear, simple way to decide what needs action now and what can be monitored. I'm Destry with JJ Safety, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to safely hit that like button and follow to stay updated on new Toolbox Talks. Thanks for watching.